In this video, you'll discover how to shed body fat fast and the right way. Hi ladies and gentlemen, I'm Dr. Zarowski and welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, it is a pleasure to have you here. Be sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification and join our notification community so I can help you excel your health and your life. In this video, we're talking about how to shed body fat. This is an important topic because a lot of people are looking to lose weight, but a lot of people are looking to not only, scammy pills and things like that that are, telling you that you're going to lose weight, but they're also looking to very expensive dietary programs and plans where meals are all prepped for you. And so anyway, what I want to do is shed some practical thoughts on how you can lose weight and do it the right way, do it the safe way, do it the way that actually benefits your overall health, not just helps your appearance. And so let's go ahead and talk about it. First of all, if we want to lose fat, what we have to do is we have to turn our body into a fat burning machine. One of the ways that we do this is by, first of all, cutting out sugar, okay? Cutting out sugar, it may seem like a daunting thing to do. And, when we talk about this topic, some people think that they're not consuming a lot of sugar, but they typically are, because almost everything you buy has sugar in it. And if you're not being aware that the sugar is there, then you typically are going to be consuming a lot of that sugar. So we have to make sure that we're cutting it out, and it's not as daunting as you think. You can switch to alternative sweeteners like stevia or xylitol, all these different zero-calorie sweeteners out there that can really, really help you improve your overall health just simply by cutting out that sugar. Because when you cut that sugar out, you're going to turn into a fat burning machine. Your body is going to start burning fat for energy versus sugar for energy. And so cutting out sugar is very important. The next here is decreasing your carbs. Okay, so if you want to lose fat, you have to decrease carbs. Do you know why? Because those carbs that you're consuming are also going to turn into sugar. They're going to go into the body and break down as sugar. And so carbs have a purpose in our health. They have a purpose in our body. But if we overconsume them, they will just be broken down into sugar. So we have to take these carbs, make sure that we're consuming very low carbohydrate, and also make sure we're consuming healthy carbs. And if you're not familiar with healthy carbs versus unhealthy carbs, I'll put a link to a video I did on that in the description below. But we want to go low carb in order to actually make sure that we're losing that weight. The next here is moderate amount of protein. Back in, not too long ago, all the rave was the paleo diet. A lot of people were talking about the paleo diet, doing the paleo diet. What became very popular is eating jerky. That's why you saw all these different jerky stands pop up at stores. Well, as a matter of fact, it's a great idea, and it probably helps a lot of people lose weight because they're eating so many carbs and things that you really shouldn't be eating in the first place, and maybe it takes them away from the sugar. But the problem is that when you are eating that much protein, that also can be converted into sugar into your body. And so we have to make sure that we're consuming moderate amounts of protein. What does that look like? Now, one of my quick start guides to figuring out how much protein that you should consume is to figure out what your lean body mass is, okay? So let's say if you're a 180-pound person and you need to lose about 20 pounds and that is what your lean body would look like, then consider 160 pounds to be your lean body mass times 160 by 0.8, and that's how many grams of protein that you should consume in a day. So if you're over consuming protein, you're going to have a problem there. Fat. Now, you can increase your dietary fat. I know that for a lot of people, this is just like totally unheard of because, everybody thinks out there that you have to actually not eat fat in order to lose fat. And so we actually want to increase fat. The reason for that is because fat has a very low insulin response, and so therefore it's not going to raise your insulin levels that high. The other thing is that when we look at fat, it also is very satiating. It holds you over for a long period of time. So increasing your dietary fats is a very powerful thing. Just taking somebody who likes to have a big dessert at night and have them eat fat bombs instead of cake, it makes a huge difference in their weight loss goals. And so make sure that you're increasing your dietary fat. Once again, if you're not familiar with which fat is good, which fat is bad, I'll put a link to a video I did in the description below. And then you have to exercise, okay? If you want to lose weight, exercise. And I'm not talking that you have to go to the gym and you have to be a huge gym buff and you have to be running 20 miles a day. No, at the very least, 30 minutes of walking a day. 30 minutes of walking a day will decrease your risk of getting heart disease by 90%. And so we have to make sure that if we want to actually have overall health, but we also want to shed fat, then we got to be moving too. And so as far as exercise, at the bare minimum, 30-minute walk a day, and then of course increasing it from there is always a powerful thing. And so if this is all new to you and this is something that you'd like to learn more on, I will put a link to the cookbook that my wife and I wrote in the description below, because what we do is we teach you how to actually find these different sugar substitutes, find these different carbs, basically teach you the whole method as to how to live a healthier life. I'll put that link in the description below. Other than that, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and if you haven't done so yet, check out my other videos over here, and if you have any questions, put it in the comment section here below, and I'll see you in the next video.